spit till I suffocate, very quick to agitate, concentrate till I rate, I'm irate, in a state, my confidence is a trait, success is my motherfucking fate.
So the idea for this video came from a very unusual place. I was in the middle of my final ab workout at the gym, and I was playing some motivational videos to get me through the workout. And then I stumbled across a video of Gaara giving a speech to the allied shinobi nations, the allied shinobi forces. And I watched it knowing full well how inspirational the video was and the speech was. Then something struck me hard. It was the line that Gaara gave about Naruto. He said that Naruto, feeling the same pain as him, was the reason that he could finally relate to someone and, as a result, finally make a friend. This happened through their shared feelings of pain by being Jinchurikis and suffering throughout their childhood. The pain of being isolated and hated for reasons beyond your control. This is the suffering that both of the two shared. After a hard-fought battle, Naruto defeated Gaara in combat, and the victory was ultimately a philosophical one. Gaara experienced firsthand that the strength that comes from being loved and loving others trumps fighting for selfish reasons for the sake of continuing one's own existence, however menial and empty it may be.
Others. Other people who mean a lot to me. I care more about them than I do myself, and I won't let anyone hurt them.
How does this link to Jiraiya and his dream? And you might be asking from the title, what's this video all about? Where's it going? Well, what was Jiraiya's dream? Well, Jiraiya's dream was to create world peace via forging acceptance with one another and understanding each other, including their pain and suffering. I think the best way to understand how Naruto fulfilled Jiraiya's dream is to study another example of another familiar student also taught by Jiraiya, who interpreted this same idea in a much more sinister fashion. His name is Nagato Uzumaki, also known as Pain. In a way, Pain is the embodiment of Jiraiya's dream, if you take it out of context. At the end of the day, he sought to create peace through unanimous pain. It's very evident in his philosophical exchange with Naruto, where he says something along these lines.
What about my home? My family? My village? We're both just ordinary men, been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And as it happens, it only breeds further hatred.
I think the most interesting part about the exchange is the fact that they're both two sides of the same coin. Both of them seek to achieve mutual understanding between persons. I love this scene so much because even though Pain is the villain in this scenario, you can't really say that he's wrong or unjustified in his actions. Easily my favorite villain in the series because of this. Now let's go back to the speech that Gaara gave to the allied shinobi forces and how it links to this whole idea. As a consequence of the impending attack on all the villages by Kabuto and Toby, all of the ninja forces from all the villages came together to create one giant shinobi army, and this was organized by the village leaders, the Kages. However, because of all the bad blood between the villages and all the history, tension automatically existed between all the villages and all the now unified shinobi. This tension shortly led to conflict via arguments and mild violence. The reason why they fought was because of the differences in their history, the differences in their past. They managed to get along though, thanks to Gaara. Gaara gave a powerful speech in which he brought all the unified forces together and he made them get along. In this speech, he mentioned how a friend saved him long ago, and this was because this same friend understood his own pain and turmoil. He was basically attributing where he is now thanks to the words that Naruto gave to him when he was younger. Through Naruto understanding Gaara's pain and struggle, he was able to make peace with him. And this had a snowball effect in which Gaara made peace with himself, to which he gave out the speech and became Kazekage to eventually make all the other shinobi make peace with each other because of the same reason. This same reason was joint pain received by the Akatsuki. One could say that Talk no Jutsu was what fulfilled Jiraiya's dream. Jiraiya's dream was to create peace, and through this, personal understanding of one another. Naruto applied this in his own life before even meeting the Toad Sage Jiraiya. Naruto spoke peace into Gaara as they could relate to one another, hence pulling Gaara out of the dark philosophy of life that he once had. Love only myself, I will not cease to exist. This butterfly effect eventually made Gaara more motivated to inspire others to not let their future be dictated by their past, and to create peace and love by means of understanding and acceptance. In conclusion, Naruto led a life of inspiring others because he could do this as a result of his past turmoil and the pain he suffered himself, so he could relate to other people and create peace in that way. Others like Pain tried to achieve the same goal, but in a different means, in a somewhat justifiable way, but failed. Jiraiya wanted peace through understanding. Naruto applied this teaching through compassion. Nagato applied it through pain, no pun intended. As we know, suffering breeds to more suffering. I've been Sir Lance, and have a great day.
Season and I'm out for the kill. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, now I'm feeling the thrill. Call me Itachi, you won't see me. Tsukuyomi. Undeniable.